And we're live. Hello, good evening to everyone. So tonight, welcome to another FB live for the Eight Letters Lit Fest. And tonight we're going to have another book launch, and we are going to introduce you to a lot of books tonight. And before we talk to our guest author and the book launcher for tonight. Well, we would like to thank the sponsors for this Eight Letters Lit Fest, Ray's Printing and Publishing, and Ernst Hernandez. Yeah. Okay. So, kumusta ka naman? It's been a while. Last time that we saw each other
It was
was,
CCP.
yes, it was a CCP.
It was
So,
like a reunion. We only let's get Carrie Ann over, and it's like a reunion.
yes. So, the author that will be launching her books tonight is Margery Santander. So she's going to launch five books tonight. They're going to introduce to us five books. Um, but before that, let me just read about the author.
Oh,
Margery Santander writes cozy stories and wraps them up with happy endings. She was a Spanish teacher at an international school in a past life. But these days, she unschools her three children. An unrepentant introvert with a fascination for sustainable living, she often flirts with the idea of homesteading off the grid. Ayan. So, Marjorie Sander would
cool.
be our guest, author guest for tonight to introduce us to her writing and to her books. Oh, yon. Huwag kakabahan, girl.
I'm
It's just
so nervous. Okay, I'll try to calm down.
yes.
I've got like lavender and stuff diffusing, so that ought to help.
Oh, we already have the viewer who wants to say hi. So hello. I think that's Eka. Hi, Eka.
Where can I see that?
Um,
Sorry.
you can see it
You're
on
just
the
gonna
big
tell me.
screen.
Okay.
Can you see it on the big screen?
Is that the Facebook user? Hello,
Yes.
Miss Kate. Oh,
Okay.
hi.
So we will be flashing any comments that we're going to receive there. So um, for those who are watching, if you have any questions about her books on how to get their books, or if you want to ask her questions about writing, just post them on the comments. And still nervous?
Oh, it's no settling down.
Okay.
We'll see. It totally goes
So,
away.
by the way, aside from previewing or sharing her books to us, you are also going to have a raffle, right?
Yes. Kind of. Actually, I don't know how to do it here. Because I thought I'd do something like a Jeopardy thing. I'll
Mm-hmm.
leave it. You know how Jeopardy goes? Like I give the answer, and they're supposed to say who is or what is. So it's gonna be like a time like whoever answers first would get. Shall I tell them the prize? Or
Or maybe we can just raffle off the names of those who would be
answer?
commenting on the video.
Okie
So
doke.
yes,
Sounds good.
prize for the raffle would be an hour of introductory Spanish or French, your choice. Whoever
Yeah.
is going to can choose. The session or the lecture is worth about 1,000 pesos. And for the first 10 unique buyers of her books from the Eight Letters bookstore or bookshop on our website, For the first 10 unique buyers, you can get diffusing bookmarks
Yes.
with your purchase. And for the first person who will buy all the five books available on our bookshop, five of her books that are available on our bookshop, you can get a signed copy of Chicken Soup for the Soul. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. This is the book that you're going to get.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, you are one of the winners from
Yes.
last year.
Last year. So last year, Marjorie, when she announced that her story will be part of this book. She announced that she's going to give away a copy, and I joined the contest and I won a copy. So this would be the freebie that you're going to get if you buy all five of her books. So
Thank you, Kate.
yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and introduce to them your books.
Okay,
Yeah. So
so these these books are actually already published, but the first one, the first book I ever published, self-published, um, is Correct for Love.
your love.
Yeah. I think I released that in 2018, like
Mhm.
maybe a day before the last day of the year, because that was my thing that year. I said like I have to. I think I was hang on. I was already 40, and I
Mhm.
like, took stock of my situation at the time. Like it's okay. Have I accomplished my girlhood dreams? Uh, Wait, am I supposed to be just introducing them? Okay, this is sorry, get so distracted. All right,
For
so
those
this
who
is
don't know, Marjorie attended the Indie Publishing the Right Way class, right?
yeah, maybe I'm not sure. The one was that the one with greatest Cherry Ann's
And
thing,
Cindy,
or
yes. Uh-uh.
the
That one.
greatest digital creatives.
Great Digital
Yeah, that
Creatives.
one. And Cindy was
The,
the like the teacher
the
or
teacher, yeah.
coach.
He's the
Yeah.
coach for the Indie Publishing the Right Way. So,
I think that was like a like the focus was on marketing. If
yes.
I'm not, or promoting. I'm not. That was a long time ago. Sorry.
It's focused more on how you can market your self-published books.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
My memory shot. I'm sorry. I've had like
That-
two C-sections because my two boys were almost 10 pounds each. So, like the anesthesia, I blame the anesthesia.
we can always blame the anesthesia. Yeah. If
That's
we
it.
forget anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that was it. You're right. Oh, I see it. It's Mayumi. Hi, Mayumi.
So
I learned
earlier,
something from Mayumi.
Mayumi
What?
held earlier Ate Yumi held a workshop on how to sell books on Kindle. So she had a workshop earlier.
Oh, I should
So
have. But that's the
um
thing with my schedule, like three kids, so it's hard to like
you can
find the
watch it.
time. I
The video
will. I
is
will.
recorded, so
I need
you
it.
can check
Yeah.
it out again. So yeah. Yeah. So tell us more about Cry for Love. What's the story about?
Oh, okay. This one, this is the most recent. Like, do you see it there?
Yes.
Cover.
Hmm.
That's why it's still in plastic. But this is the, like original, the first one that
That
I
one
released.
is the
Funny
one
story.
during the CCP fair.
Yeah, this was
Yeah,
it.
that's
But I changed the cover. I thought I don't even if it actually improved, but I changed it. So this is this is the one you'll be getting if you buy. So, but It's a story right for love. Okay, from the title, it's about well, like two people who think they're not ready
Mm-hmm.
for like to explore love again, but it turns out that they are. Like it's all right, so that's it. Um, the
And I
second
will go
is
to
actually
for
it's
those who want more information about the book. So you can't time love. Beth Cohen is hardly ready to face people, much less open her heart. Skittish from betrayal, she reluctantly rejoins society. Her broken heart may seem all patched up, but it still hasn't been long enough. Romance remains out of the question. Gage Sullivan is soured by his cheating ex fiancee. Escaping reminders of his dash dreams, he moves to the other side of the world. His heart may be healing, but he still expects a hiatus from dating. Love is the last thing on his mind. However, love doesn't wait for the right time. It happens when it's meant to. La Isla de Santa Margarita is a tropical paradise a few hours north of Manila. It boasts powdery white sand beaches, romantic cliffs, virgin rainforests, and misty mountains. Long popular with the jet set crowd, it remains a top travel destination, known for its exclusive resorts and hopping nightlife. It has been the setting for many a holiday fling, but for those who stay, it's where they find lasting love. Ah.
thank you, Katie. You know, was I supposed to do that? Like,
No, no,
okay,
it's
I'll
up
do
to you
the
if you
okay
want
for
to
the
read
next
it.
one. For the
Okay,
next one,
sure.
that's what I'll do. Okay, because my mind's going blank. I can't say anything intelligent right now. Okay, so yeah, that's it. It's actually the first. It's supposed to be a series, and I'm actually already like about 75% done with the book two. But
Ooh.
I got bored with it, and I started like other stories. I'm having a hard time going back to it, but I should finish it. I already have a cover and everything. I should just like you know knuckle
Mhm.
down and finish it. Yeah, one of these days.
Yeah. So,
Okay,
what
so
inspired
the
you
other
to write
oh yeah,
for love? What inspired you, or where did you get the idea of writing Write for Love?
I actually had a story in my mind, and then when I started writing it, it went to a completely different direction.
I know how that happens.
So, but the thing is, um, what like sparked it. Well, I
Mm-hmm.
have lots of like influences from like my own life, like inspiration from my own life. Like, for instance, uh, like the location.
Mm-hmm.
It's an island in the north. It's fictitious, of course. I just
Yeah.
made it up. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but because I used to teach in an international school in
Mm-hmm.
an on base in an old U.S. Navy base,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just the vibe of that place. And then I put it in on an island, so
Mm-hmm.
there's that
Yeah.
island because
I
I
think
just
I
went.
know that place. I think I've been there.
Oh, you're really close to it, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
pretty close. I mean, compared to Manila, you're closer to that place.
Yeah. I think I've been to that school, I think.
Are
I
you
visited.
really?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
When? I might have
When
still
was
been
it?
there.
Um, I think I was still working on in an auditing firm, I think at that time, or a
I
consulting
was
firm. I don't remember,
I
but
was there until 2006, and then that's when I had my first baby, and then
oh,
I stopped because I wanted to stay home with my children. So
yeah.
I was there until 2006.
I
Around
think
the time.
I
Or
went
were you
there.
still a student then?
Oh
No.
no, I'm already working.
Okay,
I
okay.
think it's somewhere between 2004 to 2005 that I visited the school.
Oh, we might have like
Mm,
each other then. Just didn't know.
yeah. So
Okay. So
okay.
you didn't meet the Spanish teacher.
No,
No.
I was actually more for a consulting. The firm that I was working with at the time went to the school for a consultation, and I think I'm part of the team that went there. I think that's it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like tempted to like, oh, did you meet this person or this? No, no, I
I
won't do
wouldn't remember. I blame the
that.
anesthesia. It's been like more than
Yes,
10 years already. Yeah.
yes. Anesthesia
Okay.
is
Yes.
the culprit.
Okay, so what's the next book we're going to talk about?
Oh, the next one I released, it says Three Tells.
Mhm.
There.
There.
It's just a cute, like, fun, romantic comedy, kind of,
Mm-hmm.
but it's sillier than the usual romantic comedy. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
so, like, she has this idiot girl has three for like eliminating suitors. Like, if they didn't pass this, or another one and
Mm-hmm.
another one, and she wouldn't even consider them, and they're just like, dumb dumb things. So the guy that she was interested in failed everything. So
Mm-hmm.
now she doesn't know like what to do with herself. Like you said, she was dumb. So that's the premise of the book. Yeah. Do you want me to read it?
Okay,
Oh,
sure.
Lizzie. Lizzie's the name of the girl. Yeah, that's why it says Three Tells, a dating filtration system. Lizzie is not getting her heart broken again. That's why she develops a set of tells that warn her of a guy's latent douchebaggery. Every guy who tries to date her flunks the test, including Tyson, the hottie who is strongly tempting her to scrap her own filtration system. Nevertheless, Lizzie prides herself on her willpower. Heartbreak is no trifling matter, and the tells are designed to prevent it. But are they as foolproof as she believes them to be? They're not. Because I stick to happy endings. I
Yeah.
can't deal with like
So what
with
inspired this one?
sad stories. What?
What inspired this one? Tree Tells. What inspired Tree Tells?
Don't remember. Like I was probably just cooking it up in my head. Like
Mm,
when you're doing the dishes or doing the laundry or
yeah. The thing that we usually imagine the what ifs, and then poof, you have a story.
I can't even remember. I probably like saw something or like I
Mm,
what if like
what
something
if?
like
Yeah.
that. I don't even remember anymore. The gray matter, they're dwindling.
Yeah.
My anyway, mine. I won't blame the anesthesia for that. It's 8 now. Okay. So, oh, this is like another series that I started. It's called City Heart Collection.
Okay.
It's just like that kind of story. Like it's shorter, as you can see, shorter than
Mm,
than this one.
regular. Yes.
Yeah. So it's a very light read. Most of my stuff is just light reading.
Mhm.
If you want something brainless, if you don't want like your heart to hurt, like how some stories are like that. Just,
Mm,
you're absolutely trashed like after and get like anyway. My stories aren't like that. I'm all about the happy endings. Okay,
okay.
yeah, this is the first one. Yeah,
Mm,
there,
mm, yeah.
and
Okay.
then
So and then what's the next book?
the hot friend hurdle.
Okay.
Okay, the people on the cover are Western looking
Mhm.
because
Mhm.
but that's because I use like free free images.
Yes.
I can't find any. That's not like, you know, yeah. So this one, I'm gonna read it. Uh, Rocky. Okay, that's the name of the girl. Rocky,
Mhm.
looking for a guy who's immune to the charms of her hot friend Kayla. Her neighbor Jack is definitely fun. It's really Jack. I'm not like mispronouncing Jack. Her neighbor Jack is definitely far from the immune. In fact, Rocky believes that he's terminally infatuated with Kayla, so why won't he leave Rocky alone? He even goes so far as to volunteer being her fake boyfriend to ward off meddling relatives. Incidentally, Jack isn't the greatest at separating pretend from reality, and soon he has Rocky confused about the real score. Some clearing up is in order, but what will clarity do to this confounded situation? Clarity. Clarity.
Mhm.
Am I giving it away? But like, it's not like I didn't already announce all my stories or have happy endings. So
Yeah.
yeah. So that's one. I don't what was my oh, it's just like a situation that I
Mhm.
remembered from like when I was in high school, and we had this like gorgeous friend, and every time like if when I went to an all girls school, every so
Mhm.
we was a big occasion. So anytime we got to see boys, like I forget. Oh, sorry, forget about it. Like we just fade in the background. It was all about this girl. It wasn't her fault. So anyway, I think that the story, started from there, from like remembering that. Okay.
Okay, that's cool. I think you've mentioned in one of the emails that you said that um what book was that? The cover was drawn by your daughter.
Oh, those are the kiddie books. I don't have the actual books there. Yeah,
Oh,
my daughter is an artist.
nice.
This is the first one. This is also a series. I
Mm.
don't know why I have to do series. So, so this is the first book. It's Encounters with Strange Creatures, and this is the second one. Both are. She also has like illustrations inside.
Mm. Nice.
Yeah. So she made the
Yeah.
cover illustrations within the book. Yeah. Oh, should I read the?
I'll read it this
I'll read
time.
the blurb. Okay, I'll read the first one. Encounters with Strange Creatures. This is a very silly, juvenile humor kind of
Mm.
thing, and short, maybe around like 6,000 words.
Mhm.
Okay. Recent happenings in Beaubois village. Beaubois is French. You'll find like French and Spanish stuff in my. I can't help it. I put them in. It's easy. So anyway, the name of the village is Beaubois, which is like lovely woods. Recent happenings in Beaubois village need some explaining. For instance, who or what is tormenting Michael Jackson's dogs? Is it the same creature that's eating dear Daphne's tulips? It could be the same thing that broke Doris's tentacle. Furthermore, who or what is Doris? For lack of better things to do, Samantha, spelled with an X,
Mhm.
excuse me, and Savannah. Ouch, man! It's my stupid cat. Hang on. Just launched herself at my leg with claws out. Okay, anyway, so where are you? Yeah. So, yeah. For lack of better things to do, Samantha and Savannah Quijano aim to get to the bottom of it all. The sisters and their ragtag army of friends and frenemies loiter around their village to find out what's going on. But first, they need to check out the new kids on the block, and not the ones from their mom's 30-year-old bop either. Does anybody get that? Like most of Bop is like a magazine. I don't know if there's still a Bop right now. Like a teeny bopper
Yeah.
magazine from the
We
80s and
still
90s.
have. I
They
don't think
still
we have that anymore. Do you still
When I
have that?
small, no. Anyway,
Oh.
back then it was like a thing because
Mhm.
and I was a big blackhead when I was about like 11, 12. That's what we call like fans of New Kids on the Block. So anyway, yeah. Okay. Oh, the series is called what's that? The XU Girls Sorta Adventures because they're not
Mm.
like well XQ because that's their name. Their first name their first names start with an X,
It's
and then their last name starts with a Q. So that's why
mhm.
they're the XQ sisters, XQ girls. And Sorta Adventures because they're not like, hardcore adventures. They're just like silly stuff they do around their village. Fun stuff.
Oh, we have a comment
Silly
here
stuff.
from Kitty Papa. I'm so here for the kitty books. Read them both. Super funny and reminiscent of the stories we were obsessed with as kids.
And Chippy Papa happens to be my sister. I said, yeah, okay. So
Okay.
thank you. Thank you, sister dear. Shall I read
The
the
next
Return of the 80s, White Lady?
one.
Okay. The
Okay.
excitement. Sorry,
I said that I'm actually interested with that one.
this one.
from the title from the
Ah,
title alone, I'm already interested.
okay. Okay. So this is what's going on. The excitement in the air is adding to the frizz in the XQ sisters' hair. Um, the hair thing. You'll notice like the Beth in the first book has curly frizzy hair, and Rocky in the third book, yeah, same. And then the two girls, the XQ sisters, same. And this, yeah, okay. You can say I'm a little obsessed about them. It's like the bane of my existence. Not really. Okay. So anyway, the excitement in the air is adding to the frizz in the XQ sisters' hair. In the middle of rainy season, which of course rain certainly doesn't help. Oh, which certainly doesn't help either. The Boboa old timers are saying long time no see to Lady Di, the white lady from the 80s. Why the sudden comeback? Who's behind it? Could it finally be the ghost of Doña Victoria Valderrama now that she's actually dead? Could it be an Encanta living in the balete tree? Could it just be some bitter killjoy getting in the way of courting young people? Far be it from Samantha, Savannah, and their equally nosy friends to stop at idle musing. Aided by an enabling adult or two, the kids get to go on a stakeout that fills their guts with junk food and sinks them to the bottom of this mystery. Not really a cross between Fright Night and Dude, Where's My Car, but there is a fright that happened at night and, well, also cars. This tale brings closure to a decades old urban legend and confirmation to an equally old rumor, while giving rise to a new intriguing question. Whose pee was it? There's two people. There's pee involved in this story. Yes. So those are my dumb stuff. Those are my dumb stories.
So, because your stories, although the romantic stories all has a happy ending, and the shorter stories are all cute ones. I'm curious as to what when did you start writing?
I started writing. Um, I think I remember like the first poem I wrote. Maybe I was in first grade, second grade, and my mom was like, "You just copied that." So so encouraging and supportive, right? I was like, I didn't. Yeah. So around that time, and then um, I think around fourth grade. I
Mm.
read about. I started reading the Sweet Valley Twins,
Yes. Yes.
and then like the one of the twins, Elizabeth,
Mm.
was like she was super into writing. I was like, I'm kind of like that. So I guess I want to. I don't know what I was saying like before that. What I wanted to do. Maybe I was just
Mm.
saying doctor just for the heck of it because that's what you were supposed to say. Like, what do you want to be when you become a doctor? Because you didn't really know a lot of other like jobs. Just
Mm.
doctor and I don't know teacher maybe. So yeah, so I started then, and then excuse me, I started like the realization of like wanting to write uh, as a career, like
Mm.
around that time, fourth grade, and then so from then on, I like I want to be a writer. So I did all the writerly things, like people who want to become writers when they grow up. So they
Mm.
wrote in the school paper. They were part of the yearbook committee, and yeah, so I did those. And then come college, I'm giving you my life story.
I'm all ears.
Okay, so but I didn't want to like study writing in college because I said, oh, if I study writing, I'd hate it. I'd come to hate it. If I were to get technical and like I would lose the joy, something like that.
Mm. Mm.
So I deliberately didn't take up creative writing, which I regret from time to time. Yeah. So anyway, uh, so I thought psychology because it would give me like insight into like the way people think, um, the way my characters would think and behave.
Mm.
Um, and then I was waitlisted. I passed, but it was a quota course. I went to UP Diliman.
Mm.
So it was a quota course. So and I didn't want to like chance it. So I ended up going with like I my other choices were like courses that allow me to travel. So I went into languages. I majored in Spanish. I minored in French. And then around that time, like the Inquirer started doing Youngblood. The
Mm.
Youngblood section in the editorial
Yeah.
pages. Yeah, so
Mm.
I submitted like a couple of things there, and then shortly after that, to BU, the section for the youth,
Mm.
it also started, and then I applied and I became a to BU correspondent there, and then
Yeah.
and then after that, I think I was already done with undergrad. I think doing masters. Um, I was still writing for the Inquirer, and then I also started submitting stories and articles to like weekly women's magazines, like
Mm.
Women Today. No, She and Mister
She.
and Ms. Yeah, and
Mm.
the other ones like Women's Home Companion, stuff like that. Yeah. So and then yeah, from there. So it's
Yes.
mostly just articles, and I think I was also part of three anthologies for but I
Mm.
use my real name because Margery Santander is just a pseudonym. It's just a pen
Mm.
name. Um, so yeah, I was also part of like three anthologies then, and then I I think I started teaching, and then all the other like life, and then
Mm.
when I'm 40, I was like, oh, what did I want to do when I was a little girl? Am I doing the stuff that I pictured myself doing back then? So I said, okay, I really wanted to write books. I really wanted to write stories, um, and I'd be like, I'd never forgive myself if I don't get around to doing that. So that's why 2018. It took me a year to finish this stupid thing. This one. Yeah, because of course, I'm homeschooling. I don't have a
Mm.
helper, and I also have like a part-time job every now and then. Um, so it took me a year to finally. finish everything. But I got it in before the year ended. Like, okay, I did it. I did it,
Yeah.
man. And then from there, I guess it got a little easier. Of course, like you said, I started with shorter stuff,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
easier to finish. Like this one, like something like this. Although I think the second one is probably thicker. Anyway, I still need to finish that. I'll,
Yeah.
I'll get around to doing that one of these days.
Yeah. So, do you have like a writing routine or a quirk when you're writing something?
Okay, routine. It's hard to have a routine with my, with my lifestyle. So I just find like pockets where I could write.
Mm-hmm.
Like for
Mm-hmm.
instance, although of course, like early in the morning before everybody's awake, I'm like the only person stirring here at home. Um, I would get some writing done. But then sometimes it's writing that that I actually get money from because I don't get any money from this. So then like when there's extra time, then I get to like write stuff I want to write, and then
Mm-hmm.
um, so like sometimes when I'm waiting for my child to finish her taekwondo training, I'd be there on my phone and just like writing via phone. And yeah, that's how these two got finished, just from those waiting periods. Yeah, and then so routine. I wish I had one.
The fun time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That you're homeschooling your children, right? Well,
Yes.
my son will be starting online school, but
Oh
it's
yeah.
because of the whole situation. So the classes would be different this year. So it would be like similar to homeschooling anyway.
Mhm. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Although my style of homeschooling, it's more eclectic. We don't have like a provider.
Mm,
I don't have like a set curriculum. It's more interest led.
mm,
I can't really say it's completely unschooling. I don't know if you've
mhm.
heard of it, but yeah, I
Yeah.
consider us unschoolers. But I still like feed her stuff that they might not be interested in, but I think they need to learn. So that's why, in that sense, it's not completely unschooling.
I
Oh,
see.
no, it's already 7:40. Would you believe that? I've just been like,
Diba? Kanina kinakabahan ka pa, tapos ngayon malapit na post.
yeah.
So, sige, since medyo malapit naman na tayong matapos, so, what would you like to advise those, especially those moms na who wanted to write, but they can't seem to find the time to write, but they wanted to finish a book or to write a book or become a writer. So, what can you advise them?
Um. Okay. Like I said, you have to find pockets of time. Like I don't know it. Because some people might not be comfortable, or they can't concentrate when they're like in a like in a gym with with kids yelling shut up, shut up," kicking because I was in taekwondo training waiting for my kid. But yeah, for me that worked. I mean, I could concentrate despite the noise, despite the smells. And then oh, like other times it would be in traffic. Like I wouldn't be driving, of course. So when you're stuck in traffic, or you're stuck waiting at the dentist or the doctor, you can, and then of course, like most moms, you'll have to find maybe the time before they wake up or after they go to bed. Um, unless you actually get some help in the house, like if you have a little helper or maybe a babysitter who could give you some like an hour or two for you to. Of course, like writing wouldn't be a priority. Like I'm contradicting myself. Of course, like when you get those free moments, you end up doing other chores, like other things you have to do. And not actually. So anyway, like just find something that would work for you. But if you don't get to write while the kiddies are young or little, don't despair because there's time like after. Like I have a friend who started writing when all the kids were gone, like out of the house. Like they've turned 18. So that's like, you know, much later than my case.
Yeah.
Yeah. So did that help? Did that make sense?
Of
So
course, because when you're a mom, your children are your priority now.
yeah.
So, um, some of the some of your plans has to be put on hold or put aside so that you can have more time with them. But it
Yeah.
doesn't mean you have to forget all of your plans or your dreams. Um, I remember Cindy earlier mentioned about writing on a journal. So maybe if you
Mhm.
find time to really write down a story, you can just start the journal.
Yeah, that's true. And then you write down like ideas because
Mm.
you know so you can like go back to them and use them when you finally get the time to write. Okay, now it's my mother. You see that?
They
Thanks, mom.
already found out about your life.
Yeah, my kids are actually with them.
Mm.
I will let them at their house, so I can do this. Otherwise, like they would be here, they would be
Yeah,
yelling. Yeah.
I know how
Okay.
that
Thank
goes.
you for the comment and thank you for watching the kids.
Yeah. So, go ahead and invite our viewers and to buy your book, and also to, if you have anything that you want to promote, go ahead.
uh okay, I guess the books are available in the eight letters market. Is that what it's called? Because I
Yes.
remember, yeah,
Uh,
there. Get the book from our online market. There, they're available there. All five. Um, yeah, and then
um,
I have a website which I fill with and email chatter. Sometimes I make sense. Sometimes I actually have something that would help you. Help you, like see if you'll chance upon it. But anyway, it's just if if you feel like it, just go visit margerysantander.com. Margery Santander, one word, not. Oh, Santander, obviously not my real last name, but that's where I um, stayed in Spain, Santander, Spain. That's where I took
I
courses at university. Yeah, I love it. I love the town, city. Yeah. So, what
um,
else?
what else? Are there anything else you'd like to?
Oh, the Jeopardy thing. The
Hmm. How would you like to go with the raffle prize or
how are we gonna do that? Is it still gonna be like or is it just gonna be a plain raffle? No more like trivia thing.
it's up to you actually. If
Okay. So If they answer, and if they, yeah, if they answer, because the answer is a question. It's Jeopardy.
Okay.
I love Jeopardy. So I'm always like hosting Jeopardy type like quizzes at church, and yeah. Anyway, so um, so are we gonna do that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
And if anyone answered your question, we can just check on the comments so that we can contact them for the prize.
All right. Okay.
Go.
I don't know if like hang on. I don't know how I had it, but my mind just went blank. Okay, I can't retrieve it. So I guess let's just do the raffle.
Okay, sure. Uh, Pick a winner from, I guess, either from those who commented or liked the video.
Oh,
And then,
okay. Mhm.
yeah, we'll just pick a random name
Oh,
to.
oh, maybe two. I can do two. I was planning on asking two questions.
Mhm.
Two questions I can't recall. So anyway, just two winners, and then the prize would be like if you're interested in learning uh, Spanish or French, I can give you like an hour of introduction to French or Spanish. You get a
Mhm.
bit. Yeah,
Yeah, let's see.
that's it.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us. And thank you for sharing your books. If you want to buy Marjorie's books, they're available on Eight Letters Bookshop. Just visit the website, eightlettersbooks.com/shop, and buy all five books so that you can get the freebie. That's one.
Yeah.
Yeah. This would be the freebie if you buy all five books.
Yeah. What? I'm sorry. Did you ask me something?
No, no, no. We just included that please like or leave a comment and for you to get a chance to win a French or Spanish lessons from Margery Santander.
Okay. Oh my
Yeah.
God. That has that thing been like included in the entire
Yes,
time?
that's fine.
It's my kids. Okay.
Anyway, yeah, thank you for sharing your books with us.
Thank you, Katie, for being so patient with me. I was so scatterbrained. Thank you for helping me out. Obviously,
That's
I'm and Cindy and the others, of course.
yes. Oh, by the way, for those who are still
Yeah,
looking at yeah, what's that?
yeah. I was just gonna add that my stories are also included in the Zodiac Chronicles anthology, Gemini and Virgo. So buy those as
Yeah,
well. If you
those as well.
please.
You get
Yeah.
stories from those anthologies. Virgo was launched this morning, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you had a launch this morning.
Yeah, I participated in that as well. Yeah,
Mhm. Yeah.
I had like a 15-minute slot. Yeah.
Okay.
You can check it out. I think it's
Yeah.
just there. I'm
Yes.
not sure.
Yeah. You have an event page for the
Yeah,
launch. Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope
And
you can.
speaking of anthology, just a reminder for those who are watching, the top five for each of the categories of the writing contest would become part or would be included in the Eight Letters Lit Fest anthology. And
Oh, yeah. There's a
yes,
writing contest going on, right? Is that
yes,
it?
the writing contest is the voting for the writing contest is until later tonight at 9 p.m. So
Oh,
if you
okay.
haven't read or voted for the stories or your favorite stories from the finalists, because we had like 1,000 entries in total, 1,000 entries
No
total.
way. Cool.
Yes, and it's like we had like 200 for every category, and we only picked 20 finalists from those.
Okay,
So
cool. I thought we'd have to go like comb through all the
you
thousands.
don't have to read through 20 finalists,
Okay.
but yeah, it
Well,
was a
I'd do that.
tough
I'd
job
read
for
them.
us to read through all the or for the hundreds of stories that was sent. But it was a fun thing to do because there are a lot of beautiful stories, but it was really hard to pick the good ones or the best ones out of the lot.
I'm
So you
sure.
still
Yeah.
hour left to vote for your favorite stories. You can find them on the albums of 8 letters. The categories is microfiction, poems, personal essays, and short stories. So tomorrow we will announce the winners of uh, the writing contest after the end of the Lit Fest. So Marjorie, thank you for joining us. Pag
Thank
may
you.
launch ka ulit na book, let us know.
I don't know. What
pag
did you
may
say?
launch, pag may launch ka ulit na book, let us know.
Oh
Diba?
yes, of course. Thank you. Thank you, and I'm
Thank
so happy to be part of the Lit Fest. I think it's been a raging success so far. So congrats, Cindy and team. You,
thank
Kate,
you.
Marigold, all the all the 8 letters people.
Yes. And thank you for joining us tonight. Again, we'd like to thank your sponsors, Ray's Printing and Publishing, as well as Ernst Hernandez. Tomorrow, we're going to start early at 9 a.m. With a discussion between me and Cindy. We'll talk about
Mhm.
how at 8 letters started and what, where it's going forward from after the Lit Fest, and then we have a series of workshops um, during the day, writing workshops, and I think we still have a couple of book launches before we announce the winners for the writing contest. Yon. Thank you for joining us and good night.
Night.
Good night, Marjorie.
Bye.